Hi, welcome to Minecraft Survival Skills. So we're going to do our filtering on the mob farm today. We're going to do creepers and spider filtering. So let's come on up onto the roof. And I've done mine already, but I, I can go down and show you all you need to know in just a pretty short amount of time. So to get down to the farm, you're going to want to turn this timer off, and that should leave your pads flooded if you set it up the way we said to in the last video, in the the video where we finished the farm. So you're going to come down in here with a redstone torch, and let's see, this is turned off, and these trapdoors won't be there for you because you just built your farm. So then you just stick a redstone torch right next to the dispenser, and then you're going to want, that's going to turn the dispenser off so that you can work on the pad. Then you're going to want to put torches down. Don't forget this part, because you're going to go all the way to the bottom of your farm like this. So you're going to go down again, and I'm just going to do 2 pads here so that you can see there's a little bit of a difference between the top and the top shelf and the shelves below it. So now I'm going to go down and put a torch on things down here, a redstone torch. Oops, not there. It has to go next to the dispenser. Like that, and torch it. Like that. Okay, and now you're ready to work. So, you know, when you come down here, you won't have any trapdoors on the roof. You obviously won't have any glass on the platforms. So do the trapdoors first. And the way that works is you're just going to attach them to the roof. And this filters for creepers because the creepers are shorter than the other mobs. So you're only leaving enough headspace here for the creepers to spawn. So then you will just go in whatever pattern you want, but try to pick a pattern that that'll help keep you organized, and just put down your trapdoors. And you do that all the way around so that you got trapdoors all the way up to the edge of the pad. So once you have that done, you can walk the edge and make sure that it's all done. You won't have this glass up there yet because you haven't, you know, if you start at the bottom, you're going to go all the way to the bottom and then work your way up. So you won't have any glass over your head on your way up. So you won't see that. You'll just see nothing but pads. Make sure it's all filled in and that it's all lined up and that you don't have any trapdoors open. I noticed a couple of those on my final walkthrough, that I had left a couple of trapdoors open like that. They all have to be closed. And then once you're satisfied that it's all done right, then you can put in the glass. So this is your spider protection. And I did another video, and I'll put a link to that in the upper right hand corner of the screen where I explain the details. But you'll do your glass. So you're going to go around and you're going to knock off these the tip slab here and then the slab right next to it, and you do that all the way around. Take those out and then go back and replace them with glass. And then you're going to do the next ring in. I work from the outer ring and I go to the inner ring, and then there's some finishing touch to be done on the edge, but I always do that last. I'm just trying to do it in a pattern so I don't forget anything. So now I'm going to do the next ring in. So you go to the one that's on the tip, you count in 1, 2, go to the right, 1, 1, 2, block. Then here you start with this piece of glass right here, and you come in 1, 2, left. And then you just go around the pad and you do that all the way around the pad. 1, 2 right, 1, 2 left, all the way around. And then to get the next ring, this inner ring right here, you just find this piece of glass right here, and you count in 1, 2, 3, block. 1, 2, 1, 2, block. 1, 2, block. I should leave that open so I don't lose track of it. 1, 2, block. And then don't forget this part. I forgot and I had to go back down into my farm to do it. Once you've got all these on top of the pad and on the tips of the pad, you need to do these edges right here. So you go from that piece of glass right there and this piece of glass right here, you go right in between those. Knock that slab out, put a piece of glass in there, and then go around the pad and do it every place all the way around the pad. So that'll be 4 more pieces of glass. And that'll give you a full spider protection on the pad. So then when you're done, you can just go on up. After you've double checked, make sure that you've got everything the way you want it. Then you can come on up out of the farm. And what you should do, I've got dirt, is use dirt so that you don't have to use a pickaxe to break this out behind you. It'll just save you possibly accidentally breaking out one of these slabs, which is something you don't want to do. You can just put it back, but it's inconvenient. So use dirt. So now on the way out, you need to flood again, just like you did when you built the farm. So you're going to flood. Then you're going to come up 1 more block, jump out, reach in there and knock that out. And then I forgot to do this on a couple of pads and I had to go back. Make sure you put your trap door in. And when I came back, there was a skeleton standing there. I don't know how that skeleton spawned on a waterlogged slab, but they did, 2 of them. So make sure you put these in. So put that back and then put your slab back. And then go on up and do the next one. So you leave the pad flooded and the trapdoor's been replaced. Now we can go, let's see, I'm not sure why I'm doing that. So we're up on the next pad here. So on this one you do it exactly the same. It's the same procedure. The only difference that I wanted to call to your attention was that since the roof is made of bottom slabs, the trapdoors are going to mount flush here. But this is the only pad that they're going to mount flush on. On the other pads, there's going to be a gap between the roof and the trapdoor. So don't let that bother you. On the other levels, the trapdoor is going to be, and it is here actually, coming off, let's see, the top of the observer. This is the observer right here. So if you look, it's mounted to the top of this observer block. It'll be that way all the way down, but on the other pads, there'll be a gap between this trapdoor and the slab, because the slabs on the other platforms are up here. Okay, so don't let that throw you when you see that gap. That's the way it's supposed to be. So now this thing here, when you get done, there's something you have to fix. You could do this ahead of time, actually, if you want. But the way we built the farm is that we made these double slabs, and the problem with that is that there's a trapdoor connected to the bottom of these slabs. So when the redstone signal comes around here and activates this redstone dust, it's going to cause the trapdoors that are connected to these pads to open. And then when it comes around again, it's going to cause them to close. So they're going to be opening and closing, constantly. So what you want to do to fix that, and let me just give you a quick demo of what I mean. So I took the water bucket out of the dispenser down there because I don't want to flood the pad down there because I'm not done working yet. So if we go down and we wait for the signal, I think I turned it on. We'll see the trapdoors open here in a second. Let's see if I turned it on. Okay, here it comes. Let's get down here. Oh, you know what? I fixed those in a previous. Let me put it back. So when you build the farm, these aren't going to be fixed yet. So you're going to have something that looks like this. I don't have enough of the right kind of slabs to do this, so I'm going to have to mix them up a little bit. And then I'm going to put my redstone dust back. Sorry for the confusion there. Now, that's what the farm looks like when you're done building it. And we've got a redstone signal coming around, and you can see that those doors are opening and closing. Hopefully you caught that. So we'll wait one more cycle so you can see them open, and then I'll go up and fix the problem. See how they're opening? So you don't want that. So the way to fix that is, you probably already figured it out, is you break these out. So now that they're no longer double slabs, you're going to take and you're going to put a slab right here, and then you just go with top slabs right here. So there's a gap between these two slabs and the trapdoors underneath them. And then be careful here because it's a long ways down if you fall in. Down into the tray. Knock that out, replace, and now it looks, you can see the light coming from the underside of it, but it looks like it did before. So now when the signal comes around, it's not going to activate those trapdoors. So they're not going to be flapping anymore. So now I need to go turn off the timer because I want to properly flood this platform. So let me turn this off. Now there's no water bucket in there, so it's not going to be flooded. When I go down there, I need to put the water bucket back in. Put the water bucket back. And I'm done. So now if everything is filled in, I'm going to come back up out of the farm. And let's see. Actually, I need to flood that pad on my way out. Just like I did all the way up. Flood the pad. Come on up. Knock out your temporary blocks. Don't forget to put your trapdoor back. And then your slab. And you're done. So now I'm going to turn the timer back on. And what I should be getting now is all the pads should be flushing, and you can do it like an observation tower, you know, up like I don't know if I showed you in this video. I've shot this video so many times now. Let me see which way is west. I think I came off the west side of this thing. Let me look down here. Okay, east side. See that sand down there, like right next to my crosshairs? So what I did was I dropped sand. That's where my water elevator is going to come up. So I dropped some sand down there, and here's how you do it. These are bottom slabs, right? So you're not going to be able to set a block right on top of that slab, but that's no problem. You just let that block hover right there, no problem. Put a slab on the bottom of that block, and you can step right up. Then you step up here with some sand, and now this is going to go right over the end of the platform. You just drop sand down there until you get a stack. So that'll tell you when you go down there where the chute of the water elevator, or at least part of it, will come up. It tells you where the end of the platform is. You can come up as far out as you want. I might leave myself a little extra room. I might come up like 2 or 3 blocks out this way, and then have a little platform that walks onto here. And then the water elevator will continue up to the AFK spot, and I'll have my AFK up in the sky. It'll either be going out that way, or I'll bring it in over the farm. I might just go out a couple of steps that way and build it right there. So now you're ready to build your elevator. And if you didn't have Elytra, you probably have already built something to climb up here. But that's how I'm going to do my elevator. So let's see, we've got our timer going. Let's go on down. I think we're good. Elytra durability doesn't look too bad. Let's take a quick sleep. And I'd like to take a look at what I've got here and maybe see if a couple of creepers drop, and then talk about what we're going to do next. Now, one thing that a couple of people have already built this farm, and what at least one of them told me is that they don't really plan to do this filtering. They'd rather do an item sorter so that it sorts out all the stuff, because you're going to get all kinds of drops. If you saw the version 3 of the farm, you know that you're going to get all kinds of drops, and you might want to sort them. In fact, you will want to sort them. At first, you won't want to go to the trouble, but when the things start to fill up, you'll get tired of coming to the chest to sort things out by hand. So you might want to put an item sorter down here. So have this go into, like, instead of a chest, have this go into a bubble elevator, bubble it up, bring it over someplace, maybe over here or something, and drop it down into a chain, either a water stream or a hopper chain, and down into sorted storage. So you got gunpowder, zombie flesh, arrows, bones, like that, all in one place. The other way to do it is to go down from here and make a basement underneath this. I haven't decided if I was going to do that here, how I would do it. I might do it that way here because I don't have a lot of space here, and I don't really want this ugly storage system sitting on top of my beautiful little island. So I might dig down underneath this and then just have this hopper, one of these hoppers, go directly down into a storage system that's underneath the island, and then just have a basement with a really cool little storage room directly underneath the farm. So let me know if you have any interest in seeing that. We can do that. We can actually show the build on that. Click the like button if you like the video. Comments and questions, I like to get those. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see next. Subscribe and click the notification bell to get make sure you don't miss any of the future videos. And then I'll put some links to my playlists in the upper right hand corner on the way out here. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.